That thing is huge.
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go.
I mean, he kind of hinted. He said under the waves where the spears are holding the god dormant. There's only one location it could have been.
Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
I think we would notice if it had destroyed Liyue by now.
What are you doing here?
Oh, hey, Xiao.
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade
Oh, yeah, the
Chamber?
bird is there, too.
Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
I think they might have realized they have higher priorities right now. Oh, there's the other bird. I think that was the female one. That was the male one.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now.
Yeah.
And unite against this common enemy.
Understandable. Mooncarver is not happy about it.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue?
Well, combat?
Eh,
Can we fight something like that?
This Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
He looks like he could swallow us all with one of those heads.
It's not just you.
Oh, hey, Kuching.
We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle.
Yeah, to be fair, this is quite literally not what those Millilith recruits signed up for.
Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
Damn straight.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary.
You know, I always sort of assumed the Archon War was between Archons, but I guess it was the Archons against other godlike beings. Were you there, Xiao?
So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
And us. But probably not.
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
Yeah.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
Raw power.
One certainly could.
Rex Lapis.
Huh?
Or do you mean you? Because you guys always talk about yourselves as one in the third person.
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy.
Oh, you really think the ballista's gonna take that thing out?
And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one's own hands is here.
Oh, which one of you was it?
For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
Can you actually... How do you build something with wings?
I suppose this is
Actually,
one
the beak.
blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it.
I still find the idea of fighting off a god with a ballista a little... interesting. I guess we'll see how it works.
We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
Oh, cool. Damn. Oh, hey. Apparently the palace is a weapon. Oh, a bunch of them. Jeez. Okay. A ballista operated by... Oh, Fatui.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Genshin ballista!
I think we should stop them. Go, coaching.
The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
Of course, of course.
All able Millilith, with me! Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia.
Yeah.
Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? What
Been
wishes to
quite a
witness?
while. Where's the others? I appreciate the constant rain.
Wings of Dark! Beg for mercy.
Gonna guess the next one is over here. Jeez, that's awesome.
Crush! Teamwork is true!
No rest for the wicked.
Animal test 6308.
Went too far.
Luckily, the god doesn't seem to be too intent on destroying us at the moment. Jeez. Powerful enough to just alter the climate. Oh no.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Yeah. Ow! I got hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Yeah, I don't think the Fatui are going to be allowed in.
Stay right. Time to fulfill my duty. No slacking off.
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too!
I don't think the Fatui are going to be allowed in the.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
In Leo anymore.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
What?
This is Adepti
Oh.
energy! That
Thank
light
you,
from
Madam
the
Ping.
light, it's like the time in Julian Cars!
Jeez, Madam
It's
Ping.
Madam Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Yeah. God damn, Madam Ping. You're awesome.
Disgusting. My duty at an end.
Madam Ping is something else.
Shudder!
This isn't good. I guess.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil!
Oh,
Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might!
thank you,
I
Ganyu.
too did this during the Archon War!
Yeah, she was there for it. That's right.
This is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
Just straight up invulnerability.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Gotta go fast. But there's no Fatui here for us to destroy. This does help us dodge, though. Did the Fatui give up? Jeez.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Thank
Once
you.
you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Oh, there they are.
I guess this isn't good.
Ah, there we go. The Adepti are powerful. I imagine it's not easy for a mortal body to hold all this power, though.
For mercy. Shut up.
Let me amuse myself with assistance.
Food disgusting.
I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
Uh-oh.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
I guess?
Looks like I went too far.
The merrier.
Crush.
You stay away.
I guess this is it.
Oh, there's some over there. You stay away, too.
Beg for mercy.
In a sweat. My duty.
Madam Ping's is my favorite.
Shut up.
Being able to move fast right now is very useful.
Beg for mercy.
Need defense as well.
Tui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Well, not in peace. They're still dealing with a god. I think that was the last one. With only 10 seconds left. Kuching! Nice.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Jeez.
It's working. We just need to keep this up.
Don't jinx it, Paimon. Uh-oh. You jinxed it, Paimon. What in the world? Oh, no. Uh-oh. Get out your wings. Thank you, Shao.
Be careful now.
Was that one final
Guizhong
move?
Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
What can we do?
I have another idea.
Oh?
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
Oh, fuck.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell,
She's
old friend.
willing to actually sacrifice it for
Goodbye for
Liwa.
now. Let us meet again in the future.
Jeez. Just drop a building on it. God damn. Well, Ningguang, I will never doubt where your priorities are. I imagine it's not actually dead, just sealed away again.
Is it finally over?
It seems to be.
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time.
Right. Okay. So sealed away again.
It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
That's good.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
I don't think, and it might be good for the Adepti to stick around a bit longer. Well, as long as the threat of gods being unleashed is, persists.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Yeah, that still needs to be resolved.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer.
You tell her, Madam Ping.
I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber.
Yeah, it meant a lot to her.
At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now.
Well, lied before us, at least. Laid before us. Now it's a bit over there, and over there.
It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing.
Now it's gone.
Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
I agree. That proves her intentions are, honorable.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations.
Well, I'm sure it can be.
Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
What are your what are the Adepti's demands, I wonder?
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago.
Right.
Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago.
Nothing's gonna be, it's a long time. I imagine it barely resembles the Liyue of 3,700 years ago.
Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
So you want to sign a new contract?
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
She might be doing just that.
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
Hey, who knows? Ganyu's part Adepti. Maybe Ningguang is too.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
Oh?
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade.
It's a nice way to define trade. Yeah, I guess in that sense, Rex Lapis was kind of the god of trade.
But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Aw.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yeah, we're all on the same side here. Against the Fatui.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
When there's discord between the Guardians on those those they were meant to defend, harmony becomes very difficult to restore. House divided and all that. I imagine Kuching has some choice words for you as well, for both sides.
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Paimon, are you speaking well of Venti? I almost can't believe it. This is what we learned in the City of Freedom.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Yeah.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity.
Hey. Rude.
As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right.
He's the one we give a meal to.
Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourself?
Yeah, she's been living there.
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
Oh? Fengyon?
And who are you?
Looks like a Millelith commander, maybe?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be.
Honestly, without the Adepti, I highly doubt we would have actually succeeded at all. I think Leo would be underwater by now.
Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
I believe you. Hopefully that sentiment can be passed on to future generations too. Oh, hello.
Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Yes, we did, Cheng Cheng.
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
Probably excited.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there.
Yeah?
When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys, tasty snacks, and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty.
They do. You really probably should have been a little scared, though.
Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Will there be another I mean, Rex is dead. Or wait, no. Rex is in hiding.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
No? Part of the contract?
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
Yeah, it's all sad.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter.
Yeah, no, they are very capable. Really, they only need you for literal apocalyptic threats.
Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Yeah, it kind of stick out.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
They've listened to what the people have said, and they're trying to understand things from their perspective.
Let us return now.
To where? Joyun Karst?
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
He's a loner.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition.
Well, I won't deny that.
Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
So long, Mooncarver.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further.
Good. Sorry for dragging you all out here, though it worked out for the best. It seems to have backfired on Childe, though.
But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
Yeah. They hold quite a bit of power. Hopefully they are good to their people.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
That's fair.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh?
You say that, but this isn't actually over until the rite of parting is completed and they give up on the Gnosis. The Adepti were quite reasonable in the end.
Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing.
What? The Exuvia?
Childe
Or
wanted
that.
to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out.
Right, and he seems not to have succeeded, but he was also missing from this.
But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too?
Quotes around death appreciated, Paimon. Yeah, we do. Derailed.
I get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing?
Kinda. Let's just continue with it then.
No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshem Funeral Parlor.
You think we might see Director Hugh there? Oh, I hope we see Director Hugh there. Okay. So Zhongli is waiting for us. Not quite at the Yujing Terrace. I'm actually not sure where exactly that is. But, oh, it's the Wangsheng funeral parlor, right? That makes sense. Come on. Hello, fairy lady.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
No? Well, I'm seeking out Zhongli. He works here?
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Yes.
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Damn it. Well, is the director here?
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui?
I think that's probably the point. Though, his actual... Because he seemed to be friendly with Childe, but maybe Childe was just putting on a mask to develop that relationship like he was with us.
Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House.
Right.
Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue?
I mean...
Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble.
I don't know how he couldn't. There was a giant water hydra right over there, just behind your head.
We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Yeah, probably for the best. Alright, let's try the Northland Bank. Let's see, this stairway will take us up there, I think. Now they have a reason to be excited. They just watched a giant monster be defeated. Hello, storyteller. Hey, Vlad. How's the romantic pen pal ship between you and I'm blanking on her name. You talking to me? I think this is just the same as before. Yeah. No updates on your romance. That's too bad. / friendship. I'm not actually sure which one it is.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers?
Who?
Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Is that? I can't tell if I recognize that person from a distance. Is it La Signora, maybe? Oh, Zhongli.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that.
I think he more enjoyed the fight than the chaos. What's an interesting device she has there? Was that always... I can't remember if she had that last time we saw her, when she kicked our asses. Also, Zhongli appears to be on friendly terms with them.
Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Childe. And you're also one of the Harbingers?
Well, Paimon, I'm pretty sure we knew that. Pretty sure. But yeah, the one who stole Venti's Gnosis. Signora.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before.
Yeah.
In the city of Bards, was it?
You kicked our ass.
I'm glad you still remember my name.
Oh, hard to forget. They talk about you non-stop over there, the Fatui. It was La Signora this, La Signora that.
Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
I still have time to take it back.
No, don't let her get to you.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if we could actually defeat her yet.
You've yet to gather the powers of all 7
Paimon!
elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle.
Shush! Not out! She's right there listening, Paimon, and you're talking very loudly.
So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Yeah, and we also don't know where Zhongli stands.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map.
It wasn't that long ago.
This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
More awkward for you, I think, considering your plan failed.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally.
I think I actually believe that.
Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end.
That was fun. I quite enjoyed that, actually. Your theme, fantastic job. And also, I thoroughly enjoyed you paying for Zhongli, since he was definitely not going to do it himself.
Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you.
Different views is one thing. Trying to wipe a country off the map is quite another.
The real deceivers here are Signora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Oh, so Zhongli was the one leading you on, not the other way around. Zhongli tricked you?
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here.
So you're here to actually retrieve the Gnosis then, since Childe failed?
You remember the agreement, Morax.
Oh.
Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Wait, so he actually was? Little old Zhongli. Agreement? No, so both of those are very valid. Agreement?
What in the world are you talking about?
She just called him Morax, aka Mr. Rex Lapis, faking his own death.
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Wait, so you're voluntarily giving up your Gnosis? Also explains why it wasn't in the body. I mean, it was a fake. He, had it in him the whole time. Right under Childe's nose. But, what contract, Zhongli? Why are you giving it up to them? What are you getting out of this? Are you aware of their actual plans? Do you agree with them? That's kind of cool.
How sanctimonious.
So Zhongli is actually Rex Lapis. I mean, I did have my suspicions.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
Paimon, right on point. It is an exciting twist, but not as exciting as the idea that he's voluntarily giving his Gnosis to the Fatui. That one is far more of a surprise.
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Interesting. Now they need to hurry up and release Shneznaya so we can meet this Tsaritsa. Why did you feign your death?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Lyra goes into
She has a way with words.
Talk about a disaster.
Also, Zhongli, were you the one who helped them in their endeavors to create fake sigils of permission?
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, Zhongli did? Was he trying to, in a very indirect, well, was he trying to get the forces that are in conflict within Liyue to, bind together? Facing an existential threat?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain.
Yes, please do.
As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years.
Yeah.
It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come.
So, you're convinced that the world is ready to move on without you?
Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day."
Well, what's wrong with that?
I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
I don't really know what the duties expected of an Arcana, what they are. It seems that that's mostly up for each Archon to decide for themselves.
Oh, Zhongli.
Aw. Yeah, it sounds a little like he's just convinced that Liyue doesn't need him anymore.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remain to not hastily depart.
Right, the divide between the Adepti and the citizens of Liyue.
Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer.
AKA this manufactured conflict.
So I feigned my own death and gathered the cast of Childe, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
Wait. Now, you say to play their roles, but they were all three of them, those groups. Well, those two groups plus Childe, unwittingly playing those roles on that stage, right? So were you satisfied with the finale?
Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
I think he was probably powerful enough to do just that, at least based on everything we've heard about him up till now.
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too.
It seems like the Fatui Harbingers weren't arrogant enough to think they could take him out without him, or to steal his Gnosis without him voluntarily relinquishing it.
Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I'm kind of curious what the rankings of the Archons in terms of power is. I have to imagine that Zhongli is pretty high up there.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people.
Yeah. Yeah. Their initial instinct was to burn Liyue to the ground, but they came around.
Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Childe.
Do I have you pegged wrong, La Signora? I mean, she seems... I don't even know what I would say. Haughty, perhaps, is the word to describe her demeanor. I'm not so convinced, though, especially with Zhongli voluntarily giving up his Gnosis, that they're villains, per se.
This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler.
This form of yours currently is mortal?
All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing.
What? Hiding the, Exuvia?
I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
I suppose they did. Ningguang is very ambitious.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent.
Really?
I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
So, was that dragon the form you would normally appear in front of everyone? Is this body just as much of a shell as that one? Kind of curious about that.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for
Poor
deceiving
child.
me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
No, I don't think we do. It's kind of amusing, actually.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Sounds like you actually respect the city of Liyue there, Signora. And the Geo Archon, for that matter.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
You've really embarrassed yourself this time.
Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
No, I'm gonna call it as I see it.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come,
I
child.
have so many questions for you, Signor, though I doubt you'd be willing to answer any of them.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Doesn't like Signor very much, does he?
Do as you wish.
Bye, Signora.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
I'd like to know what the Cryo Archon offered you, yeah. What could possibly be worth a Gnosis?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Yeah, hard to say.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Oh?
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it.
Right, but what is the benefit you're getting out of this?
My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts.
Right. Was it a contract to end all contracts?
As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Damn it, Zhongli. You jerk. Can't just let us keep us in this dark for that long. No. Zhongli, I'm not done with you.
Paimon can't absorb so much information at once.
Yeah, I'm sure by the time we actually learn the answers to that, I'll have forgotten about it.
So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo Archon? Paimon's so curious.
We're gonna bug you until you answer us.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of
Curses.
its contents.
You two are just too clever for us.
You're so petty.
He is the god of contracts, but technically he's not the god of contracts anymore, right? You did give up your Gnosis. Doesn't that technically mean you gave up your godhood? Because I'm pretty sure it was the Gnosi that basically designated one an Archon, right? No, I'm sure you're still plenty powerful even without it. I don't suppose Childe left the vault open for us, did he? I still blame you, Paimon, for us not taking up that offer. What about that after the dust settling?
Day of the rite of parting.
Oh.
Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it. It would be a real shame not to go there now.
It would be. But perhaps we should, instead of doing that just yet, I want to cap this one off. Face Childe one more time, since it's the weekly. Wait, down there. Boss fight. And the weekly just, oh hey, the cards are here. That is a lot of millilith. Hello, Gongming. The weekly quests just reset for us a day or two ago. State your business here. This is a location of paramount import in, Liyue. You will forgive me if I appear a little hyper-vigilant, especially after, you know, Childe knocked out all the guards. About Rex Lapis's death. It seems like every man and his dog has heard the news now. Perhaps the Qixing are not as omnipotent as I thought. To tell the truth, the news has shaken me to the core. For Rex Lapis to leave us like this, so suddenly, I dare not contemplate the implications. Added to this, I am at a loss to explain some of the Qixing's recent activity, particularly some of my orders. What is asked of me far exceeds the scope of my authority. Hopefully they're not being too... What's the word I'm looking for? Authoritarian, I suppose. Now we just go in. Yeah. Before we go in, though. So we want to try and nerf ourselves, I think, for this fight. And in that vein, I'll do two things. First, I will remove her. I'll keep that one on just because I don't want to forget which one I had. But I'll remove the pale flame set from her. And also, I won't use her burst at all. I think that'll be a sufficient handicap, hopefully. And let's go with shielding instead.
The hunt begins.
Sucrose, let's go with
Chivalry will never die.
Yeah. Hopefully this will give us a little bit harder of a fight.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option.
No, it isn't.
I promise I'll be gentle.
Ow.
Look at you,
Cowering already?
Rim cutter.
Yeah, we're not hurting nearly as much now.
You missed a spot.
Oh, shoot. Oh, he's hitting much harder than I thought he would. I think I dodged most of his attacks last time.
Beg for mercy.
Where are you? There you are.
How unbecoming.
Crush.
So quick to flee.
Shake it and stir.
Hey, Zhongli.
Witness the power of Guwa. Know my sword.
As you wish.
I really do love his theme. Oh, is that a giant freaking whale? If I get you, do you use that move? Please tell me you do. I want that. I really want to launch whales at my opponents.
Shudder. I'm here. Scratch. I summon thee.
How unbecoming.
Almost there. Is he is going to get the next form, right?
Beg for mercy.
Not bad.
Ow.
Not bad. Not bad.
Think you can bully me?
Oh, that looks new. Oh, it's his Delusion Unleashed form.
By royal decree. More speed.
Oh shoot! Ow! Ow! Ow!
Think you can bully me?
Gotcha.
Rain cutter. Shudder. Beg for mercy. Scratch. Look at you, Boozle.
Ah.
No, my sword.
Such a good thing.
Shudder.
You really shouldn't just walk around like that, child.
No use hiding back there.
Ouch. All right. Ow.
All you do is
Shut up.
run.
Shake it and stir. Go, Diana.
Oh, that looks bad. Okay, not too bad.
Rack and ruin.
This is actually a pretty good handicap. At least for the purpose of extending the fight.
Beg for mercy.
Since we have food, it doesn't really make it... I don't think we're at risk of actually losing.
Rain outlines your fate.
But...
Crush.
It really is cool. I wonder if the other Harbingers, once we eventually face them, if we eventually face them, I assume we will.
Your strength is praiseworthy. I too
We'll have all 3 forms as well. Oh yeah, the 11. I wonder if we'll face them in order of strength.
Foul legacy, the devouring deep.
I still wish we could get a handful of that gold, of that Mora. All right, there. Oh, Door of Resurrection.
Shake it and stir.
I wonder if that means if we failed this part of the fight, we could start over her. Nice cape. I don't know if I noticed that before, but it's got the sort of a night sky in it.
Wings of darkness. No, my sword. Shake it and stir. Look at you, Boozle. Crush.
Oh man, I think I like the second, this part of his theme even better.
Eye for an eye. Oz reveal. Ring cutter. Shudder. Beg for mercy. More speed. Diana special.
It is the whale again.
Witness the power. Shudder.
Oh, hey.
Die here.
Oh, shit. God, I didn't want to use that.
The odds are against us.
There we go. That was an accident.
Look at you, Boozound. Midnight, fantastic.
I think I just... no. Healed? What it... Okay. I love when music like this uses the pipe organs and choirs. Not the whale. Thankfully, that's easy to dodge.
By royal decree.
Rain outlines your fate. I let my guard down. Let me leave you.
I'm here.
Rack and ruin.
Almost there.
Die here.
Ah! Rain. Evil rain.
Diana special.
Crush. More speed. Beg for mercy.
No.
Shaken and stirred.
There we go. Almost there, child.
Shudder. Beg for mercy.
There we go. Whew. That was fun. Much more, kind of like what happened with Storm Tear, the actual boss fight of it went by. Well, that one went by in like I think 2 hits from Venti or something like that. But then it's nice to experience what it's. Ooh man, thunder. What it's actually supposed to be like. Well, on that lightningy, thunderous note, a bit early since we aren't quite in Inazuma yet, but I think we'll end it there. Next time, the rite of departing.